Where is my little lawyer friends again? Thanks again for loaning that school banner for us, Alia. Don't mention it. Helping those in need is what my brand of justice is all about. Right. So this art room is where the murder actually occurred? That's right. You can't see it with the naked eye, but there's blood on the floor. That area whooped up in the middle of the room marks the spot. The police investigation is done, so if you want to look around, knock yourselves out. Find anything new, Detective Fulbright? Good question. Unfortunately, the answer is nothing much yet. Sure is confident for having found nothing. But if we're talking outside of the art room, there has been a major breakthrough. Oh dear. As I find out what that is, I don't know what I shall do. No need for the thoracics. I was told I could fill you in on this one. Wow. You saw right through me, Detective. I'm impressed. Looking to get arrested for murder via unwanted flattery, are we? So, what's the major breakthrough you mentioned? You want to know. You really want to know. You really. Come on, just tell us already! Oh, you're no fun. Anywho, we got the results of the voice print analysis back. Voice print? You mean for this tape recorder? Exactly. The voice belongs to the suspect, Miss Woods, beyond a shadow of a doubt. See right here. They analyzed the voice of the tape inside and out. And you thought the voice on the tape was saying Hugo Connor. Thanks for the good laugh, Miss Sykes. Oh, he's the last person I want laughing at me. So now there's evidence of Juniper shouting, "You're Connor" around the time of death. Let's take this as truth. How are we supposed to make sense of it? I don't know. I can't think of any reasons why Junie would shout that in the first place. Hey, it's gone. Remember that strange statue in the school camera photo? Hey, what? I don't know where it is. Robin's a member of the Fine Arts Club. Maybe she could shed some light on this. Somewhere on a wrench. This is how they wheel the banners in and out. It's nice to view the stage from here. Prosecutor Gavin is still standing in front of that broken statue. So what he wasn't you, Apollo? Don't worry, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone. I'm not call my name unless we catch the real culprit. Mark tried to script on the floor. And nearby an envelope marked "Use." I wonder if Miriam's script was ever really inside that envelope. Let's see here. A Miriam's Scuttlebutt, and the title is Logan Noah, Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. I want to take part in that mock trial. See back to me. Since there are special rules for allowing the payment of bribes, our court is adjourned. Oh, and you can bring in up to $3 worth of fabricated evidence, it also says. Welcome to the darkest mock trial ever. And the end justifies the means. Prosecution claims that this is the script that was supposed to have been used. The script was selected by Professor Port, considering how much he valued the truth. I see that he picked a script that titled Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. Wow, he had that title memorized already. Look at a piece of pottery. Looks like it's already been fired. I bet Robin made it. I bet it won't last long, not after she does with her own work anyway. Yeah, it seems like such a waste. I mean, this one already has some color on it. It looks just like bloodstains the way the glaze was dribbled onto it. It's like... bloodstains? In justice we trust. That does look like bloodstains. We better examine it at once. I get it. The victim was stabbed in the middle of the room where the big bloodstain is. And then brought over here, at which point some of her blood dripped onto these pieces. That means the body very well could have been dropped from this window. In Mark Twyer's script, the body was dropped onto a mat. Then a ball cart was used to move it over to the stage. The maintenance area is below this room, and the show house still has a mat and ball cart. So, even the moving of the body was carried out just like in the script? The killer also had a thing for Junie's script. Well, what do you expect? That's why we suspected the defendant in the first place. Well, you're wrong. I'm going to prove it in court. This is the clock that creates that major problem for Junie. Let's take a closer look. Don't waste your time. I've checked it, and it's 100% accurate. You saw? How'd you check it? Of course I'm sure. I compared it to my own watch, see? Detective Fulbright, didn't you notice that your watch had stopped? It has? This is unacceptable. Perhaps you can't rely on him. Let's take a look for ourselves. Let's see. Wait a second. It's ahead by 1 whole hour. Well, detective. What? This clock must have lost been an hour ahead when this photo was taken. I said that would fit perfectly with Junie's testimony. Prosecutor Blackwell won't like this. I must feel sorry for the detective. Almost. You can at least pretend to feel sorry by wiping that big grin off your face. Wait just one moment. The clock is an hour ahead, right? Now, sir. But what proof do you have that it was running ahead on the day of the crime? That's a good question. Wait, I think I just might have something. Detective Fulbright, you would agree that there's a moon outside the window, right? Sure, a nice crescent one, like something out of a pixel book. If you look at that window in the back with the winds attached to it, you see that the only view to be had is outside the school building. Then what's the moon doing here? I wonder. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? That's right, but I hadn't seen the stage until yesterday. That backdrop of the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad. Isn't this the same as the one painted on the stage backdrop? The proof's right here, detective. This shows it was 6 p.m. when the photo was taken.
Take that!
I know what this moon really is. If you look at this photo, you'll know too. This shows where the moon in the photo came from and the truth of Junie's testimony. What? Where? Where does it show that? If you look right here, it'll all become crystal clear. It was still prepping the stage, so its backdrop wasn't in place yet. This photo shows them in the process of moving the backdrop into position. I can see that? It's the big board hanging here. The size matches too. There's no picture. That's a crucial detail. It is. I believe what we're seeing in this photo is the back of the board. The back of the... That's right. Around 6 p.m. when this was taken, a photo of that same board was being taken from the front. What do you mean the front? The front is against the wall. That's where you're wrong. What about the window? Remember how we said the moon shouldn't even exist in this photo? Take a good look. Are you suggesting the moon is the one on the backdrop? Exactly. It's that this photo was taken while the backdrop was being moved. As you can see here, it was around 6 p.m. when the backdrop was being set in place. So the art room clock was running fast at least as far back as the day of the murder. How can I ever face Prosecutor Blackwell now? Yes, I just blew a hole in a piece of the prosecutor's evidence. Well, I think we've examined pretty much everything we can. By the way, did Prosecutor Blackwell happen to tell you anything about tomorrow's trial? In justice we trust. It's no use trying to pry more information out of me. Having just learned that the clock had been 1 hour fast means we're back to square one concerning the suspect's actions that day. I wonder what the main argument would be about now. How the body was moved would be my guess. The prosecutor Blackwell's got his own plans. Oh, does he now? Detective Fulbright. Try as you might, I won't say another word about the investigation. No, I wasn't going to ask about that. I was just wondering if you've seen Robin. Oh, you mean Miss Robin Newman? She was just here a moment ago. I see moments something about watching videos in the lecture hall. Video? What video? Thanks, Detective. Athena, I think we should stop by the lecture hall. Right, let's go! There she is. Robin! Hey, Robin! Oh, Athena! Apollo! Are you watching there? I just happened to be in the mock trial. I had to use a bit of caution to get it, but the end justify the means, right? There it is again. Person means still has a lot of influence around here. Get to look into the true connection between the murder and the mock trial with me? Sounds great. Would you mind if we ask you some questions first? Sir, I'll tell you anything, U-W-A-N-T. But you're confessing today. Why'd you do it? Because Juniper hasn't done anything wrong. I had to stop the trial by any means possible. Right. The end justifies the means. So you're a follower of Professor Means too? Professor Means is a wonderful teacher. As was Professor Court. I like them B-O-T-8s. She bust that one off like a pro. But with that style of justice, you weren't the risk of breaking the law. Well, I'm about to quit school because of this case. What? Why? I want to be honest. That's what I really want, man. But no, my parents forced me to say to become a prosecutor. If the trial went south, you'd have to drop out and give up on being a prosecutor. That's what you're really after, isn't it? Talk about someone who literally changes at the bat of an eyelash. I guess he's been dealing with her own problems too. That totally makes sense. Yeah, I suppose so, but that doesn't make what he did right. Could you tell us about what you were doing on the night of the murder? Facing a statue. I was on the stage until the last bell. That's right. You made the statues of Mr. White and Prosecutor Gavin, didn't you? Oh, Yes, I did. Both of them. This is just a formality. Can you prove you were making the statues at that time? Can I prove it? You think I'm the killer now? No, that's not what I meant. Both you and Robin were still at school after 7 p.m. But neither of them can prove exactly what they were doing. Could one of them really have murdered Professor Court? Have there been any problems now that everyone here knows that you're a god? No worries there. I discussed the matter with Professor Court some time ago. I told her I wanted to let everyone know I was really a god. Yesterday I found out that she spoke with the school administration on my behalf. Wow, she must really like you. I know, right? But now I can finally be myself here at school. I don't have to hide the fact that I love gaudy clothes. That's right, Athena. I simply have this and this by any means. I must have this and this by any means possible. What? This is evidence we need for the trial. Sorry, but no can do. Oh, don't be a party pooper, Athena. Come on, please. Pretty please. Oh, darn it. Anyway, thank you again, Athena. Thank you for revealing who I really am. I want everyone to know before the snitch found out. The snitch? Sounds like a new lead. There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I heard they're watching everything we do. Our activities, our relationships, our interests. And reporting it to one of the professors. How would anyone do that? Officially, I heard it's to seek out misconduct among the student body. But rumor has it grades were being bought and sold through the surveillance network. That's bribery! This is just Themis Legal Academy is worse than I thought. Well, this is important stuff. I still want to ask about that thing in the art room. I have to present some evidence to show her what I'm talking about, though. Robin, I just remembered something I want to ask you. This photo shows a piece of art on the table. You know what it is? Whoa! Wow! Look at that unique artistic sense! It has to be one of Professor Court's creations, man! Professor Court's? Artistic sense? Professor Court's artistic sense? That's a tough one. I'd say it's avant-garde and very eccentric. In other words, it's weird and all over the place. Come to think of it, that strange looking painting in the art room was one of Professor Court's works, wasn't it? The statue in that photo was a wizard statue of Lady Justice. Lady Justice? Professor Court had planned on placing it on the justice bench in the lecture hall. The day before the mock trial, it broke while she was polishing it. She suggested to take it back to the art room and try to fix it somehow. So, this is the statue in its proper state? You bet! Just look at that wild silhouette! Oh, it's so C-U-T-E! I don't get it. You have to be an artist to appreciate stuff like this? Athena, the lady justice that you put back together on that stage. Oh, right. I didn't realize before because it was in pieces, but before it was smashed. It didn't look like Lady Justice, more like it does in the photo. What the ward was it doing on the stage? Well, think that about covers it. Okay, how about watching the mock trial video with me? What do you say? So, sounds good to me. So how do you want to watch it? All classroom desks that describe their own built-in computers, you know. Wow, this place is definitely a lot cushier than I thought. I know you guys are in a hurry, so I'll just fast forward to the important parts. Let's start with the professor's pre-trial speech. Good afternoon. I'd like to start by thanking you for coming here today. Oh, that sounds like Professor Means. The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival will begin shortly. Can we like this the whole time? Yeah, it's a fixed position in front of the stage. When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come. How come teacher's speeches always make me so sleepy? Let's just skip to the end of his speech. Now, let the mock trial begin. Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so lost in the shot? Looks like he cut right in front of the camera. Juniper was also in charge of the audio. Even though she was already playing a part in the mock trial itself? She had to do it to keep the script teacher secret. She was all over the place that day. When she was in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music. Ooh, so this is what the lecture hall looks like? Looks like there's a judge bench back by the screen and a witness stand up front. What about those balconies with the prosecutor's names on them? Those are the faculty seats. Plus it means Professor Cole were in charge of school winning the mock trial. Okay, let's fast forward this event. The defendant is definitely guilty. And that was me. Could you tell? Abduction. A frail code used her bare hands to stab a professor with an arrow. I don't think so. Read that line in the mock trial, Apollo. You made it sound kind of weird. Cut me some slack. It was my first time reading that script. I think Juniper's going to speak next. I didn't do it. I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true. I started Yorgana, but I didn't mean it. Wow, what a immersive performance. They put a real actress to shame. Wait, could you go back and play that scene again? You really think that's necessary? I didn't do it. I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true. I shouted Yorgana, but I didn't mean it. Stop! Did you hear that? I think you're onto something. Let's play that last part again. I don't follow. What are you guys so excited about? I think this piece of evidence should explain it. I'm just so up on a piece of evidence that links the line we just heard to the case.
Take that!
I'm sure you remember this. It contains a female voice sounding a violent threat. I'll play it for you. Yorgana! The voice and performance do sound similar, but I can't believe this is happening. It's just a possibility, but if the voice on this tape is really a recording, one made from the mock trial video, then that means this evidence is fabricated. You get to do a video for analysis in time for court today. That's why the gender of the voice became so important. If the real killer had foreseen that gender would become key in today's trial, he would have tried to deflect attention away from himself by making the suspect female. So basically, the only one with something to gain from doing this is our sole male suspect. Wait a second. Plus the means spreader is the end justifies the means. perfect sense that as soon who took the words to heart. Fabricate evidence. We need to get that tape analyzed as soon as possible. Allow me to assist you with that. Prosecutor Gavin! Please make some kind of noise so we know you're there! Let's go big or go home! With lock stores, entrances, food on, timing is everything! You make a copy of that tape right now, and I'll get you the results as soon as I can! I trust that will be alright. Very much so! Thanks! Well, Athena, it's almost sundown. Isn't it about time we head over to the detention center? I think Junie will agree that this is something that could prove her innocence, but will her heart really be open to accepting it? See, I'd have known this was what I'd find. And that about covers the main gist of our investigation. I see. Very interesting. You've been quite the busy beaver today. Thank you for all your hard work, Athena. But my time's about up, and it'll be getting dark soon, so... Junie! You must be tired after being on your feet all day. You should go home and... No, wait! You have to listen to me! I don't want to hear anymore. I know what you're going to say, Athena. Junie, you promised. We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery. We're going to bring you solid evidence showing just what the truth is. If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Okay, but only if it's the real truth. So please just listen to what I have to say. Once you've heard me out, I'll let you decide what to do. The voice in this recording has been proven to be yours, Junie. And in the mock trial video, we can hear you reading your line from the script. We're having both of them analyzed now, but from what I can tell, the voices are the same. And the only one who would benefit from faking that voice recording would be Hugh. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, Hugh confessed in order to protect me. This may sound strange, but his confession is employed to make himself look less suspicious. In other words, he was just pretending to protect you. Besides, his confession came after you and Robin had already confessed. If he hadn't confessed right then as well, wouldn't that have seemed a little suspicious? Say what you will, Athena, but none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. Hugh is a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble. Wait, Athena. My bracelet reacted just now. It did? But why? Junie, can you look me in the eye and repeat what you just said? Oh, none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. He is a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble. I'm sure of it. She's lying.
Gotcha!
Juniper, you start coughing when you're under stress. You can't hide it from me no matter how hard you try. When you said, it never causes trouble, a cough escaped and made your scarf flutter. As for why you were stressed, it's because because you were lying. Junie, you're trying to hide Hugh's connection to this case, aren't you? I believe that also ties into a secret about yourself. A secret? About me? I don't understand. I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. He ended their friendship after he found out about Junie's secret, which means Hugh must have felt betrayed by Junie, making her... You were Professor Kurt's snitch, weren't you? There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do. Our activities, our relationships, our interests. And reporting it all to one of the professors. And while fulfilling that role, you learned something about Hugh you'd rather forget. I don't know what you're talking about. Junie, please, stop hiding things from me. I hate having to force things out of you like this. Looks like we're gonna have to do more. Looks like we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Time to review the evidence and see if I can't prove my hypothesis. Must have something that proves Junie's distance and Hugh's connection to the case.
Take that!
Right here in Professor Court's planner, it says routine report. I believe this is meant to mean when the snitch will report to Professor Court. I also believe Professor Court plans to meet Hugh in private based on the snitch's info. From their meeting, Hugh must have put two and two together and figured out your secret. So you see, it all makes sense only if you're the snitch, Junie. Forgive me, Cena. I've been lying to you this whole time. The truth is, I suspected Hugh from the start. You did? Yeah, this is surprising. I'm so sorry. I talked about friendship so much, but I've been a terrible friend. Juniper, I don't have that special kind of hearing that Athena does. But I need it to sense the pain you're feeling inside. And its intensity is directly proportional to how you feel about your friend. Am I right? Hello? Junie, tell me why you suspected Hugh. I have a feeling that would be the key to getting to the bottom of this whole case. What exactly was your role as class snitch? Professor Court had told me how Academy alumni had strayed away from the path of justice. In all cases of the law, huh? She didn't want any more of our students going astray like that. A few others at the Academy shared her view. I thought her ideas were beautiful, though sad and unrealistic. She asked you to be her eyes and ears, didn't she? I used to report to her once a month about any wrongdoings I'd seen or heard about. Now, report session in her planner, the one from the October 22nd, was a part of that. Yes, that's when I reported Hugh to Professor Court. She says to her own friend? I had accidentally overheard Hugh talking. What did you hear? He was talking to someone on the phone. I think it was one of his parents. were they talking about? Something about having paid money for good test scores. I never heard him talking, so I never did find out who the money was going to. What? That's bribery! He was buying his way through school? If that's the case, then that evidence that always seemed out of place might actually be about his secret.
Take that!
We found this while we were investigating the stage. It's got Hugh's name on it. I didn't know what the number meant at the time, but now that I'm hearing about bribes, it must mean that a bribe of 120 grand was to be paid in October. What's more, take a look at this mark. The same mark is on the pages of Dr. Court's planner. Hey, you're right! Wait, why would Professor Court have that kind of information in her planner? You don't really think the person who was taking the bribe money was? It's just a possibility at this point. But it may indeed have been Professor Court. But that is impossible. She'd be the last person I'd ever suspect of accepting bribes. Like I said, it's just a possibility. But a rather good one. Maybe their private talk had to do with the possibility of the bribery being exposed. What started out as a little argument soon got out of hand. It's not your fault, Junie. Anybody would have suspected Hugh if they knew what you knew. No, I don't believe that alone would have driven him to murder. There's another reason why I suspected Hugh. You got to be kidding me. There's another reason? I saw Hugh at 7 p.m. the day before the mock trial. Oh, she's finally waiting to talk about that. When I saw him, his... Oh, Zena? Junie, are you alright? Just try to relax and tell me what happened.
I never wanted to see what I did. But I'll have to live with it, won't I? In that hallway, Hugh's hands... His hands were dripping with blood!
His hands were dripping with blood. What? But why? What am I going to do? Deep down, I know Hugh can't be the killer. But my mind keeps telling me he is. No matter how hard I try to convince myself he isn't. What am I going to do? Please. I can't take this anymore. Nina! She hid the fact that she had seen Hugh and said she went home at 6 because she wanted to avoid talking about what she saw. Judy, it must have been terrible holding all of that in. It's going to be okay. I'll get to the bottom of this. And that's my promise from one good friend to another. I'll be defending Juniper tomorrow. If that's okay with you, Professor Means. My main concern is whether you can defeat that prosecutor. But I won't try to stop you. I'll be watching from the gallery. And so I look forward to seeing what sort of results your methods can produce. Good luck tomorrow. Now if you would excuse me. Nina, I'm sorry. I really mean it. I wish I had trusted you from the start. You have to uncover the truth tomorrow. I know you can do it. Don't worry. I already know that the prosecution's key piece of evidence is a fake. And thanks to you, we figured out the motive too. Let's give this our best shot, Athena. Let tomorrow be the day Juniper walks free. I won't have it any other way. We should be all ready now. Who could possibly go wrong this time? Still. This is strange, uneasy feeling I can't say. I better be imagining it.